Kindly introduce yourself and share a brief background of your journey to becoming the CEO of Best Gas Limited.
My name is Chief Ambassador Dr. Prophet Monday Nnamdi Akunna, Ukwa-Achinaka Ihitenansa, and the able Prime Minister of my town, Eminent Ihitenansa. I started my business as earlier as 1998. Before I start my own business, I came to Lagos 1992 to learn a business from my boss, Chief Godwin Olom. I learned the business for 7 years, after which I started mine in 1998. It's not an easy journey. To date, I am still in the business and expanding and waxing higher and higher by the grace of God.
Can you tell us how your growing up was like?
My growing up was very, very tough one because I'm from a poor family. We are nine in numbers from my parents, and my father died so early when I was around 8 years. And when I was 21 years, also my mom died. So it was a very hard time for us growing up. It was not an easy thing, very, very hard. So, but by grace of God, after all the stress, after all the suffer, we could be able to be among of the maybe average Nigerians today. So hard work pays. That is what I learned from my growing up. Hard work pays because we came from a background where there is not much. So when you wake up every day, you go for job before you eat. Even at times we don't go to school just to feed ourselves. From there, we started going for apprentice. That is how I learned myself in a business apprentice. And today, I will be able to hit my chest and said, after all said and done, I give thanks to God because, as they say, hard work pays. I notice it from my own side.
What inspired the establishment of Best Gas Limited?
Best Gas actually is not my first business. I started with a business called copper rewinding wire they use to rewind motors and transformers. So I started in that business doing very, very well until when you are doing business and your capitals are growing, you need to divert some of your money so that if you continue in one business, most times you will not see the opportunity to grow higher. So I feel like diverting my money to other business. Then where I was doing business then is at Sulere. I have some friends that is into this LPG gas cylinder business. So when we sit together and drink, they always tell me that this business is good. Why can't you try it? So from there, I give a trial, and my first trial was very, very successful. So from there, I put more interest on it, and today, my brand is very, very famous in Nigeria. But the early start was very hard because to register it and there is a lot of protocols you do before you have that brand because it's a house use item which is very, very dangerous when you bring the fake one. So Nigerian Standard Organization of Nigeria are paying so much interest on anything gas cylinder and electrical. They are paying more interest on it because it's a danger to life. So I went through those things before registering my trademark, register the company, take the Standard Organization of Nigeria, their staffs to the factory where I want to be purchasing the goods. And after registration and everything, the business continues. And by the grace of God, I could be able to be supplying to customers, and Nigerians that is using the best gas are very, very happy of that brand, best gas, because we have been bringing the highest qualities, the highest qualities. We don't mind if we don't make profit. All we know is that our brand is famous, well standard to meet all type of standard in the world. So today in Nigeria, best gas is famous. I mean, 30% of kitchens in Nigeria, you should find best gas materials. In stove, we have best gas in stove, we have best gas cylinders, we have best gas burners, valves, and so many and so on and so forth. Anything that is consigned LPG, all the accessories, you will find best gas.
So how has the journey been managing and growing the broader company, Tobacco International Company Limited, over the years?
Yeah, it's not easy. You can see me. I'm in the office since you came. When the reception called me that you are around, it took me up to 1 hour to welcome you into my office. So it's not an easy task. Every minute your focus, your face is in the laptop or in the system or in the phone, trying to control your branches. We have branch in Onitsha, Obefere Market. We have a branch for best gas there. In Oboduku Road, Onitsha Head Bridge, we also have best gas branch there, where we supply to other south states and the eastern states. That is the distribution point from the south and southeast at Oboduku Road, Head Bridge, Onitsha. Then in Ven Road, we have a branch. The business we do there is a copper tube, refrigerant pass. There, that is another part of business where we do cooling business. So managing all these firms is not easy. We also have branch in Oyimbo. We also have branch in Surulere. We have branch in Ojuelegba. We have branch in Alaba International and so many other places. So managing them is not easy. You must be with your laptop and with your phones all the time, controlling your staffs. And mainly, I try to control my staffs. All my staff, I control them not to be calling me on phone, because answering so many calls most times give me a lot of headache. So while I'm holding my phone at all the time, all my staffs in different branches, I am in their different various platforms. So any question they want to ask at any time, they come to the platform. So it made me, every time my mobile phone is always in my hands to reply, to check who is calling and who is asking question. Maybe a customer want to buy something and the price, they could not agree on price. You need to hear from the boss to know if this discount can be made or not. So all these things are not easy. And again, to reorder, to know when your stock is going down and when your stock is enough, all these things is not easy. It needs your dedication, your focus, and also I'm very happy working with experienced Nigerians that I employed, that is helping me to move the business. I am happy with them. They are doing very, very well, and I'm also paying them very well.
As a leader, what principle or value guide your decision-making process in business and your community and other places?
My mainly I have a principle of if I tell you A is A, one is one. If we have any agreement of business, if I cannot do that business, I will tell you immediately that this business I cannot do it. Or I give you any price, maybe we agreed of price, as example XYZ 100 naira, and maybe in a month's time, maybe when the goods arrive, dollar has already put money. The customer might be expecting me to now add money before we supply the business. I will say no, we have already agreed 100 naira. So if it is a loss, I will bear the loss. I am doing all those things just to hold my customers, for my customers to have confidence and trust in me. And as God may do it, both my suppliers and my customers, the buyers from people buying from me, and the factories I'm working with, they all have confidence in me because of my track records of integrity, and everything I say remains like that. Even if it costs me losing a hell of millions, I doesn't mind just to keep my word as it is, because business is all about trust. If there is no trust, no business. Business is trust. Once you can be able to hold yourself integrity. Once you can perform that, and people will know you, that you are a person of your words, you will go far anywhere you want to go.
What differentiates Best Gas Limited from other players in the industry?
Best Gas is a brand of quality. This is the difference. Once they go to market and hear Best Gas, the price is different. The price is not cheap like other prices in the market. So the price is always high because the quality is high.
You are known not just as an entrepreneur, but also as a community figure. How do you balance your professional responsibilities with your social responsibility?
Yeah, I'm once a community leader in Agor Palace Road, Okota, Isolo, local government, Lagos State, where we live, called Greenfield Estate CDA. I was the chairman, the executive chairman from 2021 to 2025. First, I was the chairman of works of that same estate in 2016 till 2021, when election was made for a new chairman, and I won that election by unopposed, because so many people saw my good work when I was the works chairman. They saw what I did, and for the years that the estate has been on been on earth, no chairman of works have ever done what I did. So I became the chairman from that 2021 June 12th till 2025 June 12th. I did my election that brought my the new incumbent executive. So it's not easy being the community leader anyway. When I was a chairman of Greenfield Estate, my call doubled to like 3 times. I was now answering a call of 100, and because calls will be coming from local government, calls will be coming from community, different people. Anything that happens in the estate, even though we have up to 16 committees for various, committee for electricity, committee for environment, committee for works, and so many committees, 16 line-up committees. But still, Nigerians, so many people, they believe that talking to the main person, that they have already, even when some committee heads will be telling them, you can talk to me, they will say, no, I have the chairman number. So at a time I started, when I answer call and it's a community something, I will only ask you, which area do you want me to help you? If you say it's for electricity, I'll say, hold on, I will call the phone and send you the electricity chairman, so that I use that to reduce the call. At a time, people now learn that some certain things you don't need to call me, you just need to call the chairman for that committee. So it was not about a very nice experience. I gained more. The stress was much, but at the end, I feel in my mind that I gained more.
In your view, what are the most critical factors for success in entrepreneurship in today's Nigeria?
It's just integrity. Be truthful. What you said yesterday, say it today. Especially when you are engaged on a business of transaction and somebody pays money to your account and you want to go and transact the business. Don't be greedy. Do the business and remain the one you will do tomorrow. Don't be so greedy. Once everybody knows you as a responsible and somebody who has integrity, the sky will be your limit.
What impact has your business had on job creation and community development?
Yeah, my business has created a lot of jobs, because I told you all the branches we have. So all those branches, I'm not the one there. Each of the branches has not less than five staffs. So for now, we have 60 something staffs that are in our payroll. So I think that alone is a very big support to my country, Nigeria.
Can you share some of the initiatives or projects you have undertaken to empower others apart from your business?
Yeah, apart from business in my town, I have, I think for over 10 years now, every December, I share not less than 300, 500, 1,000, depending how the profit of for that year is. I share from 300 to 1,000 bag of rice every December. Last December 2025, I share 500 bag of rice. I share motorcycle, but very few. I share this bus they call Korope bus from Japan, but not much. So, and also I helped some people. I call out some guys that I know their character is good, but they don't have capital to start their own business. I share each of them. There are many. There are 20. In last December, I share them 500,000 naira each to start up SME business. And many of them are doing well. The other time I traveled for Easter, about three of them came to visit me and said they are doing well. One said is into pig training, that is farming. Then the other one said the one says into aluminium profile. So they are doing well, and I will continue doing that. And I have been doing that, helping people. If I see anybody in my business sector that I know is doing well, I do help that person. And also in my company, there are, like I told you, the way I started my own, I went for apprentice, and I am also taking apprentice in my own company. They stay 5 to 7 years to 8 years, depending the agreement we had with the family, from 5 to 8 years. When they stay with me, on the day of agreement reaches, I settle them and start up their own business, and they are doing perfectly well. So I have contributed a lot in humanity.
How do you handle pressure and maintain consistency in both your personal and professional life?
When I pressure from business, I handle it separately. That this is a business pressure, and when social life pressure comes, I also handle it that this one is pressure from social life. Every rich man goes through business pressure, and that is where I am making my money. As the other day said, now where man they work, now that place in the see wetin in the chop. So I put my focus more and know how to handle the pressure in business very, very fast. But the one that is coming from social lives, I handle it very careful, very softly, because you are not getting anything from there. It's just to maintain friendship with your friends and loved ones. My personal life, I have times for myself. I have time for myself. Some people will see me, they say, do you even have time for yourself? But of course, doing the work every day has mastered me. But at the same time, I have time for myself. I close my office 6 o'clock. My office is close to my house. So when I close, at times I will go to one of my clubhouse where we have social club gatherings, do some discussions, shout and drinks. At times I go to house and meet my children. We play together before I go to bed. And once in a while, we have my friends, maybe they have 1 or 2 occasions in the east that will take me 2 3 days. I will travel within that 2 3 days. I will be in my village villa, just be eating and drinking because there is no business there. So at times I move to my house in the village and stay 1 week. So and at times I travel outside the country. So to me, I believe I'm having enough time for myself.
Looking ahead, what are your future plans for your company and your broader entrepreneurial vision?
Yeah, I'm doing my best as long as God is helping us. I'm doing the best I can. I don't want to overstress myself because the life we are is a short place. If I'm seeing profit, I am expanding. If I don't see, I remain the way I am.
How do you define true success beyond financial achievements?
True success beyond financial
Achievements.
achievements. So true success beyond financial. Somebody can come up tomorrow and all these Gen Zs and go to TikTok, do one business and make billions of naira. But they did not start from crash. That billions of naira might not be in their hand in the next 3 months. But if you give me, you turn me now back to 20 years old and you give me 500,000 naira, I will be richer than the person you gave 1 billion naira without him going through process of business. This is the difference. So because I know in 1998, I started with 120,000 naira. And the 120,000, this is it today. All the properties I have, all the business companies, all the sister companies I have is on that 120,000. Nobody gave me extra money. Only my mom that gave me 5,000 naira. One of my sister gave me 5,000. My mom's sister gave me 1,000. The other of my mom's sister gave me 1,000. Total of 12,000. I added to that 120,000, 132,000. That is what kept me where I am today. So, but when you tell it to people of today, they will be looking at you as if you are talking trash. So this is the difference. It's because I learned the business, I was committed, seriously committed to the business. I was committed that I must be a big man. I was saying it to myself every day when I was younger, like 15 years. Every day I was telling myself I must be rich. Then there is a music I was listening, all this Oliver the Coco of then People's Club of Nigeria and Osadebe. When I was early 15, 16, I was doing apprentice in my oga's place. So if anytime I have chance, I go to my room, I always play Father, Father. So as I'm listening to the music, they are calling all these big men, Ekene Drichuku, Chisco Transport, so on and so forth, all those big men, Charles Ezu, Dogo. As I'm hearing those names, I am telling myself, I must be like this person. I must be like this person. There is one they call then, Ukwa-Achinaka Ihitenansa. After calling him Nnodu Okoye, the Oliver now call him Ukwa-Achinaka. So I now said, okay, when I have money, my name will be Ukwa-Achinaka. And today, my name is Ukwa-Achinaka in the whole wide world. So it's something I started so early. I was dreaming that I must be a rich man. Every day I'm sleeping, every day I wake up, I must be a rich man. So when I started with that 132,000, I am seeing it as a billions of naira. And I was working hard, sleeping in somebody's house. From after sleeping in somebody's house for many years, I rented one room. I was managing that one room. From there, I expand to a room and parlor. From there, I expand to 2 room. From there, I expand to 3 bedroom. From there, I built my house, my first house in Ikorodu. So it was a process. It's more than somebody being today, he come up tomorrow and became a rich man, than somebody who started. They are a different ballgame. They are not the same type of riches. Their riches are different. My type of riches is very difficult to come out tomorrow and say that man is now a poor man. It's not possible.
Yeah.
But somebody who just wake up and became rich, of course, you can come out next year and see the man begging for money. So we are different people.
Yes. Let's talk about your club, the Great Eminent Senators Club of Nigeria. Can you enlighten us what the club is all about and what it stands for?
Eminent Senators Club of Nigeria is only club in Nigeria that a sitting distinguished senator, Osita Bonaventure Izunaso, is the founder. He found this club when he was vying for office of Senate to return back because he was a Senate before. And he is also the founding organizing secretary of APC, founding. And they are the people that found APC. And when he won, we went to Abuja to go and met him on the inauguration day. And we lodged in a hotel. After the inauguration, he came to the hotel in one evening and told us he learned that we will be going back tomorrow. We say yes. He said, please, he want to ask for one thing. We say what? He said, he knows if we go now, that this group will depart because we believe that we just helped him to work for this election, that he don't want this group to scatter, that he wants it to be a club. And from there, immediately, he appointed me. He said, this man is a very powerful grassroots person. He now said, Chief Monda Akunna, I want you to be the leader of this club. He called one man, Chief Afam Chukuma, who is from Anambra. He said, I want you to be the secretary. And this is how the Eminent Senators Club starts. Today, we have many politicians in the club. We have many businessmen. That is the only club in Nigeria that you will find politicians and businessmen. We now call it socio-political club. So we are political, we are social. We are marrying the two. Some of our members, now that election is going on, we have up to 6 members that is vying for different posts. And we are giving them massive support to make sure they got their party tickets. But we don't have any party that we said this is the only party that we are not partial to parties in Nigeria. So because we know that there are good people in all different parties. You know, there are good people, there are bad people. So what we are looking at is the conscience of the person that is contesting. If it is a good Nigerian who has a good conscience to lead well, we will support. But if it is a person who have bad characters, we will not support. So the Eminent Senators Club is for social and the political.
What achievement has the club recorded so far?
We have recorded achievement by, number one, making sure that our distinguished senator come back to Red Chamber. We have also recorded one of our Federal House of Assembly. We gave him a support that made him come back to Green Chamber. We have also recorded the deputy chairman of Amuwodofi local government. We have supported less privilege, and we have done more, and we have raised a certain huge amount for ourselves that is fixed in Fidelity Bank.
Can you tell us the specific role your wife has played in your business journey?
My wife is the accountant in my company, and she has been doing very well. When I marry her, she's a graduate from Uniben. When I travel to China, I always see Chinese. I envy them the way they run their company. They run their company with their wife, their children, their family. In fact, they do family business. If a Chinese have 3 kids or 5 kids, all the whole kids will be working in his company. The wife, everybody. So I learned it from them. So when I married, I told my wife, no, leave that your business. You're gonna work here. She argued, we argued, so I gave her instances. Peradventure, I am going somewhere tomorrow. Maybe I enter the plane and the plane has problem, or anything can cause death. Maybe it's you or me. And if it is me, I don't know your business. You don't know my business. That business will crash. If it is you that you are doing another business, if it is you that a debt comes to, I don't know about that business. Automatically, you know that business will crash. So let's do something that even if death comes, the business will remain, except two of us goes at once, which we don't pray for that. But anything that I'm doing, I always remember that one dies, so that the world is not ours. So you have to plan ahead of it. So that's why I make sure that my wife is working in my company. And she's helping me now. Anytime I go for business in abroad, she will be there. And every staff will still have that confidence that Oga is around because Madam is around. So it helps us a lot.
In 3 words, describe your personality to us.
I am a gentleman and a man of his words and a very jovial person. I always play, but when I'm in the office of my business or when I was the community leader, if I'm in the office, people see me as a very bad person because I when I say put this thing here, if you remove it, I have a very big problem with you. I'm a man of integrity. That is what I want is what I want. I don't bend corners. I don't change my style because maybe I see you coming, I go to your office, I see the way you are doing. No, I don't do like that. I don't look at people. I do my things as it is. So, but inside me, I'm a very jovial person. I play a lot. People who are close to me knows that I don't have mind. I play a lot. But when you do something against the laws, against my principle, in fact, you will see the highest bad of my side. So I like people who their life is straight. When they borrow money from you, say that's money, we will pay it on Monday. That Monday, even if you don't get it the way I do, if it is me that borrow money from somebody or bank, my brother, please lend me so amount. Let me bring out this container. I will pay you in 2 weeks' time. Before that date, I will make sure if the money is not coming up, I will carry some of my goods and sell it below cost price and make sure that very day I pay that money. That is my kind of person. And it has helped me so much. I am making gain from it. People will call me from different places. My brother, let's do business. My brother, let's do business because that way they know that I'm a good person. So it's very good to live upright.
As a good leader, do you aspire to be a politician in the nearest future?
For me, I am not aspiring to be a politician, but I am aspiring to be a leader. Anybody that aspires to be a politician can come to me. If I found the person a truthful Nigerian, I will give him support. But I don't want to be. What I know very well is business. And I want to remain with that I know very well. I don't want to do mistake in my life because I'm from a poor family. Anything that happens to me now, my siblings will suffer. So for that reason, let me hold on to the business I know very well. Politics, I will only be putting eye. If the people wants me to come close, I will only come close to support, not to join. I don't want to join.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.